wine of the week this week is a Viognier, and it comes from the Languedoc in the south of France. Viognie's great home, its kind of indigenous home, is the northern Rhone Valley, where it was confined to a couple of small appellations. And back in the 1980s, it had shrunk in size globally to only around a few dozen, 38, 39 hectares of Viognier left in the entire world. Since the 1980s, there's been a real kind of explosion of interest in Viognier. People have really enjoyed the flavours. It's a kind of full-bodied wine, generally made quite dry, but quite aromatic and full of fruit flavour. And it has done very well and has grown exponentially. There are now thousands and thousands of hectares of it globally. Australia is a big grower of the grape variety, California, South America, and here in the Languedoc, southern France. This one, the Domaine de Vedilhan Viognier Serica 2022, is for sale from a lot of independent retailers. This was supplied by the Great Grog Company, who are also one of the cheapest by the single bottle, £11.39 per bottle. A lot of people selling it for between £11 if you buy by the case, up to about £13. So what do you get? You get classic Viognier fragrance. Now there's a little bit of barrel aging in this wine, so there's a little bit of creaminess, just a little bit of that kind of almondy sheen to this wine. But other than that, crisp Viognier aromas, a little bit of apricot, a little bit of peach, lots of juiciness and freshness. Then on the palate, it's very silky. The name Serica means silk. Very silky. There's a lovely kind of bittersweet Seville orange moving into grapefruit kind of tang to the wine too, that really sharpens things up. Medium bodied, 13.5% alcohol, has that creaminess again, and finishes with that lovely balance of zippy fruit, little hints of ginger and nutmeg in there also, fresh fruit, and that excellent orangey acidity. So it's a fine sipping wine and a bit of an all-rounder for foods too. We're thinking kind of creamier pastas, fish, seafood. Very nicely done. This is the Serica Viognier. It comes from Domaine de Vedilhan, 2022 vintage, for sale for £11.39 in the Great Grog Company. There are other stockists. A list of those is about to come onto your screens. My wine of the week. It comes from Domaine de Vedilhan 2022 vintage, for sale for £11.39 in the Great Grog Company. There are other stockists. A list of those is about to come onto your screens. My wine of the week.